Ho, 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 and oh yeah! Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm back with another In Our Heads, Season 1, Episode 3 for December 2021. Today in the segments, we're going to be talking about our favorite Kiss toys. We're going to be talking about KISSmas Gifts, 5 songs that Kiss could have given us on the last tour. And we're going to be talking about our favorite Christmas TV shows / movies, all along with the other stuff like beer tasting, Kiss December releases, and any other comments we can think of. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm back. So I got AJ with me. I think he's over here. Got AJ with me. And Matthew couldn't make it this month. November, not November. It's December. Almost all the way through this crazy year 2021 that seems like it's been this long and that long all at the same time. So Matthew, we're with you in spirit, and we'll see Matthew back next month. But I got my good friend AJZetro 1975, AJ, here with me. So, man, how you been doing since last month?
Good, man. Just getting ready for the season and stuff, and just chilling. Work's winding down a little bit, so I'm ready to talk Kiss and Christmas and all kinds of good stuff tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I got my "Have Yourself a Merry Little Kissmas" shirt on, and it's got Kiss down here. You got on your Merry Kissmas.
Merry Kissmas.
We're both Sandy Claus and Sandy Claus, and I'll keep this on as long as my head don't get too hot, man. My head will get hot with this thing on. Want to talk about our Patreons real quick. We have this show and stuff like this on the channel supported by Patreon and help supported by it. So just want to always mention those guys in my videos because I appreciate everything that they do. Supporter level, we have Pyretta. Inner Circle, we have James Dean, Jesse Ray, Rex Smetzer, John Steinheimer, and Wendy Tipton. And you can become a Patreon too and get in on things early. Like Patrons will see the raw, unedited, uncut version of this video about a week before everybody else on YouTube gets to see it. So that's just one of their little perks that they get, as well as monthly hangouts, behind the scenes videos. And so you can join Patreon too at patreon.com/inmyhead. So we're going to talk. We have a current events. I had it down here to talk about it but we're going to wait till next month. But Matthew did get married in November. And so we're going to talk about that more in depth. And I have some pictures, and I got to meet Matthew in person because I got invited, me and my wife, to go down to his wedding, and we drove down there and got to meet him and Casey, his lovely wife. So we'll talk about that next month when he's here to talk about it. I noticed on these are current events. They're kind of current, but we're filming this kind of late in December because we had a couple delays. But Kiss released the Destroyer box set, and I know a lot of people are really enjoying that. I've not purchased it. I just got the CDs. I know, Aaron, you got it. Did you get the big box set, or did you just get the CDs?
I got the vinyl.
Oh, you got the vinyl.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little too high for my too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
But this is beautiful. This is the colored ones that were on Kiss Online. Mm-hmm. And I just can't get enough of that gatefold.
Yeah.
Because I always loved the motorcycle pictures when I was a kid. Actually, I remember asking for motorcycles for my Kiss dolls. I'm like, did it make motorcycles for them? I'm like, no, that's just a picture. I'm like, oh man, but it's awesome.
Evil motorcycle. Get an evil motorcycle. Yeah,
that's spinning.
put the dolls on it. They'd have broken into 1,000 pieces. Those Mego dolls are so brittle. I remember the joints breaking on all of mine. The knees and the elbows, they all broke.
You get like that weird, hangy.
It's just kind of.
But yeah, I got the vinyl. I would love the box set, but I couldn't. I don't I don't spend that much on myself usually because I just don't deserve it, I guess. But it's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Also, Gene and Paul both shitting all over the elder, that article that they did just before they
Yeah.
released the picture vinyl. So it's like the week earlier in the week, there's an article coming out, they're shitting all over the elder like they always do, and then boom, here it is for sale on Kiss Online,
Maybe it
get
was
your
like
limited edition.
maybe it was reverse psychology where they're like, "Oh, we'll shit on it," and people be like, "That wasn't that bad. Let me buy it and see what happens."
Right.
You know?
I don't know, man. I don't, and that just it always bugs me when I see Kiss crap on stuff that fans like. They always crap on the Elder. They always crap on Phantoms. It's like not every album can be Destroyer to them, and
Yeah.
they really crap on, and like some of the people that's fans of the '80s. Excuse me, they just gloss over that whole fact of that non-makeup era of the '80s that it even existed. I know that Rick from It's All For You Demon always talks about that, how he gets discouraged that they always just kind of seem to gloss over the '80s and never
Yeah.
give the '80s any love.
And that's some good stuff
Um,
too.
yeah, it's
You
some
know?
good stuff. And my last thing I had on the current events that they did release the Elder, they did release Rock and Roll Over picture discs. They were in short supply because they only pressed a certain amount, and of course they sold out really quick. And then people started getting emails saying, "Oh, you're not going to get them until March 2022." They wanted your money right then, but they're not going to deliver until March 2022. And I'm sure that's beyond their control with all the crazy stuff that's going on with supply chains and things these days. Um,
I
you
thought it
know,
was interesting that Amazon had plenty of the Destroyer box sets and all that shit on hand, but how does Kiss Online not have it? It's like, shouldn't it be the other way around?
yeah, we actually were talking about that in our chat group one day. The fact that people were getting these emails from Kiss Online saying they weren't going to get their stuff until they weren't going to get their box set until like 2 weeks after they was originally supposed to get it.
Right.
And not only what did Amazon have it and was sending it out, but they were also selling it cheaper by,
Yeah.
by like $8.
Right.
They're
The
saying instead of
mess.
$200, they're selling it for 192 with free shipping.
They really messed up. They really messed up the shit sandwich on that one.
They did. They did.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't understand. That wouldn't look good to me if I was in Kiss. I mean, how the
Yeah,
hell
I
did that
saw some
happen?
people where they were talking about how they were going to cancel their order and then order it from Amazon.
And they did.
So they did.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get to drink our first beer and get into our first segment, going to talk about December Kiss releases. There are no vinyl or single releases in December for Kiss. December is apparently a really dry month for them. The only thing that they put out in December is videos. They put out 2 videos in December. December 13th, 2005, they put out Rock the Nation Live, and I'll throw a thing up on the screen for it. And December 18th, 2007, they put out Kissology Volume 3, 1992 to 2000.
Yeah.
And that's the last Kissology. Volume 4 hasn't never been released.
Still waiting.
Still waiting. So Tommy's got to come off tour and quit being Ace Frehley stand-in and get back to making Kissology.
We're getting shots fired over here.
Yeah. All right. So you want to talk about your beer first? I need something to drink. I told you I've been sniffling a little bit. So
Gladly.
you talk about your beer first.
Well, I got this beer. Actually, my niece, we went to visit her and my great niece to make gingerbread men for Christmas. And she got us these, a little 4-pack. Two Brothers Peppermint Bark Porter. It's I haven't tried it yet, but obviously it's for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And Two Brothers is in Illinois, so I'm gonna crack it open and I'm gonna give you my honest live reaction opinion on it.
Okay.
As we pour it, and as you can see, I'll show you here in a second. It's is in my Kiss glass, by the way. As dark as my soul. Okay. Okay. Getting a little bit of peppermint. Oh, oh yeah, it's perfect.
Good.
It's not real sweet because I don't really like
Yeah.
sweet because I'm sweet enough. And little bit of peppermint. You got the chocolate of the porter. It's not overbearing. It's not oversweet. It's perfect. I got to get more now. I give it a 5 out of 5. Two
All right.
two brothers from Illinois.
All right. So I've got two back here. I'm going to try. These are both chocolate stouts. This first one is from Deep River Brewing Company, from Clayton, North Carolina. So this is a North Carolina. It's called 4042 Chocolate Stout, and it's just a chocolate stout. So let's see
Beautiful.
see how it tastes, see how it looks. Smells chocolatey.
I have a little cheers ready for you here.
Got cheers ready.
Yeah.
Got a nice little head on it.
There you go. Woo! Salute.
Yeah. Salute.
What we got? What are we thinking?
That is very chocolatey. The chocolate is strong in that. Very chocolatey.
Sweet?
It's not like overly sweet. It's actually a little slightly on the bitter side, but not too bitter. I don't like it too bitter, so I'm glad it's not too bitter, but it's not a crazy over the top sweet. Segment 1 is talking about our favorite Kiss toys. I mean, it's Christmas. Kiss and Christmas to me was in unison when I was a kid. I always asked for things Kiss, but I remember all the cool toys of Kiss that I got for Christmas. I got the dolls for Christmas. I got the trash can for Christmas. There's so many things so Christmas was just kind of synonymous with getting something Kiss with it. And the two went hand in hand, definitely. So I've got my 5 favorite Kiss toys. So what's your number 5? Did you do them from favorite to least favorite, or did you just list 5 randomly?
Number 5 will be least. Number 1 will be number 1. Well,
okay,
I'd like to refer to this awesome book if no one's got it, because I don't have everything. Maybe one day, but
Nicholas Buckland, hottest brand in the land, right?
See, now this. Well, I was going to say I actually spent this on myself, but I didn't. My wife got it for me. So, my number 5, something I had when I was a kid, and I totally forgot about it until I was looking through the book. The Kiss guitar.
Kiss guitar.
Yeah. And look, I don't have a lot of pictures of my Kiss stuff. I don't have any except for one, and it's a picture of my mom. I've sent it to everyone I could possibly think of because there's only one copy of it. So I send it emails. I send it to you guys. I send it because I don't ever want it to go away because it's the only copy I have. But it's a picture of my mom holding my Kiss guitar and like pretending to play. And that's, as far as I know, that's the only picture of any of my Kiss stuff in existence. So that one, definitely number 5 for me. And you know, I was young when I got it, and I I tore shit up. I was like that kid in Toy Story, you know, destroying his toys. So I wanted to be Paul Stanley, and I'm almost positive that I was
just smashed the
shit out of it, just like Paul Stanley, ma. And never got it again. So if I ever want to get one, you got to go to John 5's house.
Right. He's probably got 5 or 6 of them.
I didn't know there's different colors. There's like a black head and like a white head, and then some other. It's like he's got all. You know. So yeah, number 5, Kiss guitar.
My number 5 was this came out during the Dynasty era. It was the 79 push of stuff, but it was the rub and play. I loved the rub and play. It had these templates and you put them on and these little stands, and like I can still see Peter Chris's drum set,
Yep.
and you stood them up, and you kind of like they were like the paper dolls, kind of in a way.
Mhm.
And I like stuff like that you could do, and then you could kind of play with it. So the rub and play, definitely, I'd love to have one, but my God, ones that are not being used or anything right now going on eBay are just ridiculous. And you got to have ones that's actually been used or got missing pieces before you get into decent pricing.
Yep.
But I still look. But so rub and play is my number 5.
Yeah, I had those too. Those were great. I think Rick might have some of those. Might have to
He
might have,
does. He
might
does.
have to go visit him.
Yeah, Rick is the John 5 of the St. Louis area. Rick, you know you are. You know you
Getting
are.
there. He's getting there. That's why we
He's
love
getting
him.
there. He's getting there.
Oh man, I got some cool stuff from friends and family. So I have some very generous, and I had this as a kid, and I got this for my birthday, last birthday, I think. I don't remember. But my number 4, something I loved very much as a kid.
Yes.
I love color forms in general. I had all
Yes.
kinds of color forms. I had Muppets, Superman, Hulk, GI Joe, and I also had Kiss. And I got this. I honestly had tears in my eyes because all the pieces are there. The instruction booklets are there. It really doesn't stick. Those kind of like that kind of worn out anyway. But man, the hours of fun between color forms and puzzles and coloring books when I was a kid, that's all I would do all day. And then GI Joe came into it too, and I had toys. But that's stuff like this is like you just can't.
Yeah.
This was the best though, and it's like I said, I got it and for my friends, and I swear I had a little tear in my eye because it was one of my childhood memories. But yeah, that's my number 4, the Kiss color forms.
The same Eckerd drugs that my grandmother bought the very first Kiss album I ever had, Destroyer, in 1977. I've featured it in one of my videos. It's not a drugstore anymore. It's an office place now. But I feature it in my going home video. And the very same place that I think I got rub and play from a Woolworths. I think it was from a Woolworths or a Belk or something like that. And but my number 4 I got from this very same Eckerd drugs that I got the first Kiss album. Got it from the toy aisle. But my number 4, and it's funny because my number 4, Kiss Color Forms, the Kiss Color Forms kit that you have. I
there
remember, like I said, it's you have the thing that could, like Rick, we're going to be talking. I hope your ears are burning. This would have been a good one to have Rick in. The play field that you put the color forms on could have been Devereaux's lair. He's got the laser pointing down to where Kiss would have been performing, and he didn't look very much like Devereaux, but I still see those pieces, the way you could put them together in pieces so you could pose them however you wanted, and all the different colors they were in, and just sticking them to that and moving it around. And it was so much fun. And I will own a color form set again. I'll own rub and play. And when I do, there'll be a video about it. But I'll own color forms again someday.
Very nice. Very nice. So, number 3 we're going to go to. Now, my 1, 2, and 3 all kind of go together. And you know the story. A lot of you guys know the story, but I'm going to tell it when I'm all done here. But my number 3, something I had as a kid, referring back to the book here, the Kiss record player. I had it.
I never had it.
They played the records about a beat faster, from what I remember. Because I remember listening to the records when I was a kid on this, and then going to my mom's stereo and going, well, they're all a little bit slower. So, it's just a kid freaking record player with a sticker on it, right?
With a sticker. Right.
Right? So that's my number 3. But fast forward probably to like the 90s. I never put 2 and 2 together. we were at I think it was a store called Flashbacks. It's like a store that would sell, old toys, it's like whatever you want to call it, a antique shop, or it's all kinds of stuff. And I find this,
Wow.
and I don't. It's a sticker, and I don't know for sure, but it's about the size of the record player. I don't know if this was off like the assembly line or if it means any, because it's got a 1978, a coin management on the bottom here, and I wonder if this was meant to be on the Kiss record player, and somehow someone found the extras and just sold them as a Kiss sticker. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Something you'd have to ask John Five or something like that. But and then later on, I go, holy shit! I think that's from the record player, because that's all it was a stupid sticker.
Yeah, and it's very much it is very much the same size. That
Yeah.
very very much just bigger than a because if you played the 12-inch records, it was bigger than the platter. It went over the side.
Right. So yeah,
That's very cool.
there you go. See, I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe I have something, maybe I don't, but it ain't going nowhere. So my number 3, Kiss record player.
All right.
I also found this the same day, so to get in the KISSmas spirit.
Oh yeah, I love that photo shoot. My number 3 is it's not really so much a toy, but my number 3 is the Kiss Your Face makeup kit.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
always
it's a
wanted that.
toy. It's a toy, but it's a makeup kit. And I had two. I had these for 2 Halloweens in a row, and don't have them anymore. I saw one the other day on eBay, unused, with the book. The makeup things were still sealed. Everything was still sealed. There was not a drop of anything inside of it used. And they were willing to part with it for the low price of $800.
Oh, eat my ass.
Yes. So I was just like,
Yeah,
you know,
I wanted that, but Mom, she knew better. She knew I'd probably put it on my face. I'd probably end up having Kiss makeup on my pillows and on the couch and shit like
yeah.
that. So I'm like, good call, Ma.
Yeah, one Halloween I was Peter, and then the second Halloween with the Kiss Your Face, I was Ace. I never did Paul or Jean's makeup until I did my Kiss makeup series a couple Halloweens ago.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, where are we at now? Number 2? We at number 2 already? Holy cow!
No, we're at number
Well,
2. Yep.
oh man. Well, this another thing I got. My wife found this for me. Part of my childhood. And once again, little tear in my eye when I got it. Um, this goes with number 1, 2, and 3. But the Kiss ViewMaster, all there. The cardboard's a little messed up, but the pictures are perfect.
Oh man.
And this, the fun I had with this, and the other 2 things I'll tell you about. Man, this right here, and I think I only had 3 maybe ViewMaster reels, like Muppets, Kiss, and I don't know what the hell the other one, maybe Dukes of Hazzard or something like that, or maybe Dark Crystal. I don't know, but yeah, the ViewMaster reels, and I love them now even more so because I love the solo album artwork.
Yes.
So number 2, I don't know what she paid for them. She didn't tell me, and I didn't want to press it because I didn't want to know.
Right.
But she said she got a good deal on them, so there you go. Number 2.
Right.
ViewMaster reels.
Well, my number 2, I remember I got mine from I think it was KB Toys or maybe Toys R Us. It was from a toy store. And I still remember going down to the rack, and they had these tall, spinny racks. And I remember going down and picking it up. And I remember the very first time I saw it, and it looked just like what you just showed. But my number 2 also is the ViewMaster, the 3D
Nice.
ViewMaster. I remember getting out to the car and putting it in my ViewMaster and just looking, and the way, the way they made it 3D with each picture looking slightly different. And I remember this as a kid. I vividly remember this. I remember looking through the ViewMaster and seeing that it looked 3D, and then
Oh.
taking this eye and looking in this one, and then taking this eye and looking in this one to see what the differences was. But I had a thing, and it was a ViewMaster projector, and you put it and you shined it on your wall, and you put your ViewMaster thing in it, and it put the images together and made just one picture up on your wall.
Oh.
And I used to love that thing. And so I remember going home and putting it in there, and just pulling it away from my wall, and it was just big on the wall. Those images were big, and I remember pulling it to where they were, when I went and stood, that they were the same size as I was, and projecting it on me, and it was real cool. I think my mom had took some pictures. That pictures are probably way gone by now. For me, that's my number 2 as well.
Well, number 1, I mean, it goes without saying. I mean, I got some awesome friends, and for 4 years straight, Mr. and Mrs. Tony P hooked me up and got me my number 1.
I was getting ready to say that's probably every Kiss fans that grew up around the coin era. That's every Kiss fan's number 1.
I never thought I would possess, because they're not cheap.
No, they are not cheap.
Even out of a box, they're not. I mean, and to have
what
these
you holding in
back,
your hand there? About what? About $1,000? About $750, $800? What you
no,
holding there?
I don't think so. No, he got good deals on it. He said, "Don't." I'm like, "Dude, are you serious?" He's like, "No, dude, trust me, I got a good deal." So okay, I'm going to trust that they got good deals on them. But
Yeah.
I never thought I would possess one, let alone all 4. Because when I was a kid, I had a set. It was a hand-me-down set. I forgot who it was from, but I tore them up like I mentioned before. I was just a destructive little brick
They were
kid.
so brittle though. You could bend. I remember I broke Ace's knees. Like, how Ace used to always get down on his knees and play.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I was bending his knees backwards to play him, to do him that way, and bending back, and all of a sudden, pop, and here's Ace's leg.
Well, I did one better than that. I wanted to see what they looked like without their makeup, so I was scrubbing them with Comet and scrubbing them with soft scrub, scrubbing them with Brillo pads, and it wouldn't come off.
Nail polish remover.
I didn't think of that. I don't even. Well, my mom never wore nail polish, so I never know. But I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll use an X-Acto knife and scrape the makeup off like that. Why I had an X-Acto knife at that age, I don't know, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I shitted them up, and eventually I probably tossed them, or I don't know what the hell I did with them. But then another Christmas, my mom got me a brand new set in the box for Christmas. And I think she probably told me, if you mess these up, I'm going to beat your ass. And I kept them real nice until I finally sold them. Because I was going to get rid of all my toys, because all these girls were going to be lining up at my door pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can't have toys in my room. And I was, the girls never showed up, and I got rid of all my toys. So then I got married, and then I got to get my toys back. So
that's how we all are, man.
Yeah, number 1, definitely the Kiss dolls, and I got something to you do your number 1, and I'm going to explain how the top 3 all go together.
All right. My number 1 is the same as yours. It's the same as everybody's. It's the Kiss Mego dolls. I had a set of them when I was a kid. I got them for Christmas, and I destroyed the boxes because I think that's why the boxers are so rare, is because they encouraged you to destroy the box because you had the
Yeah.
instruments on the outside of the box
Yep.
and the guitars and the drums. And the drum, because
Yeah.
the snare drum together was the round piece that was the rim, the shell, and then there was a drum, and then there was a stand, and then there was the other leg of the stand, and it did not want to stand. So, but I will own them again, whether they're in the box or not, doesn't really matter. But yeah, so my number one is the dolls, the
Yeah.
action figures, the action figures.
Well, they're more like dolls, but
Yeah, yeah,
but
exactly.
but how they all three go my top three go together. Talking about how using your imagination and stuff. When I was a kid, I had the Kiss record player, and I would play Alive 2, which was my very first album, Kiss album that I'm pretty sure had to have been. And I would play Alive 2. I would take the ViewMaster reels, and I had that projector you were talking about. It was I don't know if it was yours blue
Hmm.
with like a little green knob thing that had the
Yep.
light bulb. We get about 400 degrees.
Yep.
I turned the lights off. I put on Alive 2 on my record player. I put on my ViewMaster reels, and I would flip through the ViewMaster reels, and I'd have the dolls standing in front of the ViewMaster reels, like on the wall. It'd be on the wall, and I'd have a Kiss concert in my room,
Hmm. Yeah.
and
That's
that
awesome.
was and I would just do that for hours, just
Oh
there
yeah.
were three live sides, Alive 2. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm because I was never going to go to a show, I'm sure, but yeah, that was my thing. I had Kiss concerts
Hmm.
in my room when I was a kid.
That is totally something that I probably did myself too.
Yep.
You know, I probably did myself. I know that I remember sitting in my room before I had my drum set. I remember sitting in my room and just air drumming. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just
Yeah.
remember being about 8 years old and just air drumming along to Peter Criss on Alive 2, because Alive 2, like I got Destroyer first right after I became a Kiss fan in August of '77, and then Alive 2 came out in October, so I got it as soon as it came out, and that was the first Kiss release that I was around for, the actual release. And I used to sit in my room and play drums, and my mom or somebody would open my door, and I'd get so embarrassed because I'd be like, "Oh no, me they're playing drums."
I wonder why they never did. Or I don't think they did a Kiss toy drum set. How cool would that have been?
Oh, that would have been awesome. That would have been
Had
cool.
like the little cats,
Yeah,
for Pete, and
yeah.
just
They could have done.
that's
They could have done my very first drum set. Because they didn't know how serious I was going to be about it or anything. So my very first drum set was one of them toy drum sets. It
like
was a
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse. It was a
Mickey
Mickey Mouse
Mouse.
drum set. Had Mickey Mouse on the front. Had that
Hmm.
fiber paper heads to it, and those symbols that was just like pieces of thin tin or whatever, and those little plastic drumsticks that was
There
like
you
this
go.
long.
Yeah.
But it had the bass drum beater was just like this spring, and it had the bass drum knocker had this big wooden mallet on the top of it. But my
Yeah.
first drum set was a Mickey Mouse drum set,
There you
and
go. See, they missed out. They could have done
they
that.
missed out.
They could have done the X bass instead of just the regular guitar too. They could have.
Yeah,
Why
they
they never
could.
did Gene's X bass? Even if it
I
wasn't a
know.
bass, even if it was a guitar that was shaped like an X, that'd have been cool as hell.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
But they did like 400,000 other things. Instead. They missed out on two. So
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, are you done with your first beer and ready for a second one?
okay.
Good. We're going into segment number 2.
Well, I only got two beers, so I was gonna have to stretch the 2 and 3 out, I guess.
Okay. Well, you can talk about yours now, and then I'll talk about mine segment 3. Or we'll talk about them now, and then we'll drink them through segment 3.
Beer.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one for the season. I got a new beer from Revolution Brewing. It's another Chicago one. It's called Fistmas.
Fistmas.
We got Santa, It's well, they say it's a red ale with ginger and orange peel. I don't know. It just tastes like an APA to me. So
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. It's 6.5, and it's from Chicago, so you can't go wrong. So Merry Fistmas from me and Revolution Brewing.
KISSmas from Revolution Brewing.
There you go.
All right. This one is organic. It's Samuel Smith's organic chocolate stout, a malt beverage with natural flavor added. Samuel Smith's Brewery in Tadcaster, New York's a product of the UK.
Oh,
This is from the United Kingdom.
damn.
This is from the UK. So my UK friends, there we go. Samuel
Very
Smith's. It's a bottle, so we get the
Yeah.
and it lids on there. Good. All right, so here we go. It's nice and dark again. Of course, these chocolate stouts usually are. I just hope this one's not as bitter. I really like. I'm not a big fan of bitter stouts. I try to stay away from bitter stouts.
It might be from the UK.
Let's see. I've got that big old head on it. I'm probably going to have to let that settle down a little bit.
Yeah, beer mustache.
Poured it a little too fast. I know. I've got my beard fully grown in now.
I know. Look at you,
looking like Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'll start mine. It'll be done by 2030.
I started this one the 1st of November. And I usually keep my neck shaved. I don't like hair all down here. Yeah. I usually just keep it like right along my chin.
Yeah, very good.
All right. I'm going to let that head go down a little bit. We'll start segment 2.
Okay.
Segment 2 is KISSmas Gifts.
Oh.
Did a poll. And so I have the panel's picks. I did a poll of name 5 songs we wish we could have gotten on the final tour. And then I put a note here. I put note, Kiss has performed Plaster Caster, Hotter Than Hell, Got to Choose, and Going Blind during sound check. Like they was doing these VIP sound checks, and they were doing some of these deep tracks.
Okay.
You know, and so I just think it's funny that they do those kinds of tracks for people that pay extra money to come in on the VIP. So they're the hardcore Kiss fans. But for just the general populace of everybody who fills out the rest of the auditorium, the rest of the stadium, or whatever, they just get the same rinse, wash, repeat songs. So we're going to start with your pick. Start with number 5, and I kind of did mine in. At first, I just picked 5. I actually had more than 5 songs picked, and then I started kind of picking through which ones was my favorite, and I ended up with 5. And so we'll talk about your 5 and my number 5. We'll talk about your number 5, my number 5, and then I'll say what the panel picked for number 5.
Okay.
What everybody collectively picked.
All right. Well, I don't know if I made a KISSmas gift for everybody, and I don't know if you want to do it now or you want to do it after our picks.
Oh no, you can do it now. You can do it.
You want to do it now?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I made a KISSmas gift for everybody. You might want to full screen it like the last.
I'm gonna full screen you. Here we go.
This one wasn't as intense, but it was a lot of fun. So I turn it around here. I made a KISSmas gift for everyone out there in Kissland. There's the bow.
Oh. That's awesome.
Merry KISSmas. I'll be auctioning this off for $2,000. So this will probably be the last one I make though, because I just, it's just too much. So to start our KISSmas gifts, Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas.
There
we
you go.
go.
Yeah, a little bow.
I like the bow. The bow's a nice touch.
Dollar store, man. Dollar store. And I hang it up in the living room now. That's part of our decoration.
There you go.
And she's thrilled. I tell you that much.
I bet she is. I bet she loves that. I know my wife would be thrilled too.
All right. For the I just assume you meant anything, right? Just whatever we were thinking as far as songs go.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I know some people, they're like, well, I'm only going to pick a song that I think that they would play.
Right.
And somebody said, well, I'm going to pick a song. I'm going to pick songs that they played in the past but don't play anymore. And I didn't set that limitation. It was 5 songs that you would like to hear, that you would have liked to have heard on the final tour.
All right. Well, I did put limitations on mine because I figured you may actually have a chance one day to hear him, but could Paul do it? Could he hit him and hit these notes? I didn't pick any of those songs. I didn't pick any Pete songs because I don't want Eric Singer singing Pete songs. Right. Even though there was some Pete songs I would have loved to hear. If Eric Carr was still around, it would have been great.
Right.
But my first pick, it'd be really nice to hear "I Stole Your Love" again. I think they could have pulled it off. Mm-hmm. And go back to the Live 2 days. It's a nice get you going. So I would love to hear "I Stole Your Love" live before I die.
Right.
That's my number 5.
That was a staple for the longest time.
Yeah, it'd be nice to hear that again, but probably not.
The only limitations I set for myself was songs that I thought that there was a chance that they would play, or even songs that they may have played in the past, or they have done. I've heard them done on a Kiss cruise in some form, or done during a convention in some form, that possibly have been performed at some point in time, but have not been performed in a very long time, or just haven't been performed lately, if not at all. But possibly could, if it was feasible. I didn't want to go pulling out, oh, I like Just a Boy. I think they should play Just a Boy. I would really like to heard that. And also in the context of when it was the show, the final show, the final tour.
Right.
So these are 5 songs that I think could have and would have worked during that time. So my number 5 pick is Paul Stanley song. It's a Paul Stanley song I loved it for a long time, and it's one of my top 10 favorite Paul songs.
Ooh.
But my number 5 that I wish they would play on the final tour, "Come On and Love Me."
Oh.
I've always loved "Come On and Love Me," and I think it would be a great addition to the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some of my favorite Paul Stanley lyrics in it. That whole "I'm a Capricorn, she's a Cancer." Everybody loves that, but my favorite line is when he says, "You were distant, now you're nearer. I can feel your face inside the mirror." I love that line. That to me is perfection. It's perfection. So "Come On and Love Me" is my number 5, and it's something that I could hear Paul doing. It's not got a crazy line. He's not swinging up in the rafters. It's
no rafters.
It's before Paul started showboating. So, that kind of came along around the after Destroyer time, but the tours, Destroyer and, Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun, Paul really.
What do you mean, like, wow,
yeah, whoa, yeah. So yeah, "Come On, Love Me," number 5 for me. The panel had the panel's list was amazing. I think there was between all the entries we had, they picked over 100 songs, 100 individual songs.
Oh, geez.
And a lot of the songs had 1 vote, 2 vote, 3 votes, 4, even 4 and 5 votes. A lot of songs. So that what I picked, the 5 tops are really the cream of the crops. And number 5, what's funny is this not going to sound like much, but the number 5 and 4 for the panel is tied with 7 votes each, 7 picks. And it's like, wow, only 7 for the top 5 and 4. But you have to understand, they were all over the place. They were all over the place. There were songs from the solo albums on there. There was one song, somebody had "I'm a Legend Tonight" on there. I mean, so it's like there was a lot of 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. So, but the top 5, 2 of them's tied at the very bottom, and then it goes on up to the top 2 and 3 are definitively the top. But number 5, and I thought this was very interesting. It's a song that they used to do, and I loved seeing that. But the song they used to do that the panel picked as number 5 with 7 votes is "Watching You." And when I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great one. "Watching You" is a great. Gene could definitely still do "Watching You." So yeah,
I love that opening riff.
"Watching You." Yeah.
That opening riff is fucking mean. I like that. Oh,
yeah. So "Watching You" panel pick number 5. That's a good pick, panel. Y'all did good on that one. I'm gonna taste my beer really quick.
Oh yeah, let's see. I think it's gonna be bitter. I say bitter.
It is not as bitter as that one.
Really?
But there's something else in there other than chocolate. I taste a very strong accompanying taste, almost like vanilla. Is there vanilla in here too? I almost taste there's something else in there with it. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really good. It is not as bitter as the 4042, which it wasn't super bitter, but I mean, I almost tasted the vanilla or whatever that other taste is. I almost tasted it before I tasted the chocolate, unless that's the type of chocolate it is. Like you said, it is from the UK.
Could be different, yeah.
But that's good. That's good. I'd buy that again. I'd buy that before I bought that. No, I mean, that's not saying that that's not bad, but that's bad. But I'd buy that one before I bought the other one.
Oh, beautiful.
All right. So what's your number 4?
Number 4. I don't know. I was looking back. I think they may have played it once or twice on the tour, but I'd love to personally hear "Flaming Youth" in the set. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
I love that song. That's a great song.
Yeah.
And once again,
great song.
Not anything real challenging, I don't think. If I think about it for Paul, but that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Get some fire going and all that stuff, Yeah, I'd love to hear "Flaming Youth" live, but we can dream.
I'll have to, and I'll scroll it under the screen here. I'll scroll it across between us. If I'm going to do my research and see if they've ever done "Flaming Youth" live, especially back during the Story era. Sometimes they'd try songs out really early on the tour and then drop them.
Yeah.
So I will check it, and if they did do it, I'll have it scrolling across and let us know.
I want to say I thought I remember seeing them doing like maybe the first 2 or 3 shows, and then ditching it for whatever reason. So
I think "Flaming Youth's" a great song. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That to me, I think that the album could have been "Flaming Youth," especially with the cover and everything. And I always thought Gene's hair looked like it was on fire to me.
For sure.
And Gene, the way his fist looks, it looks like he was almost like Wolverine, like he had spikes coming out of his fists, and just that look on Gene's face. Gene, the faces on the cover of Destroyer are just iconic. Paul's face with that pout, and Peter's face kind of turned up, and Ace kind of looking like Ace.
Drunk.
And just Gene, just that mouth open and the hair just on fire and the rubble's all behind him, and you flip it over and there's just destruction. I mean, Destroyer is a good name, but Flaming Youth, I remember thinking for the longest time, Flaming Youth would have been a good name. So so it's weird, but Flaming Youth, that's a great song. My number 4, I don't know if they ever played this song live, and like I said, I'll research, and if they did, I'll scroll it across the bottom. But a song that I've always loved, a Gene song that I've always loved, that I love the power and the energy that it had, especially when it explodes into the chorus. But my number four that I wished we'd hear live in the final tour would have been Got Love for Sale. Got Love for Sale. I think that's a great song. A lot of people, they don't, it's Got Love for Sale is one of those weird songs that some people like it, some people don't like it. I'm one of the people that love that song. So Got Love for Sale, Have Love Will Travel. I've got love for sale. I love that. So that's my pick for number four.
That's a very, very good pick.
Yeah. Are you being facetious? Are you being facetious with me right now?
No. Time will tell, my friend. Time will tell.
The number four for the panel tied with number five. But once again, the panel is thinking in the same boxes kind of that me and you are, AJ.
Yeah.
Number four for the panel, Love Her All I Can.
Nice.
That's a good pick. That's a great pick. Love Her All I Can is one of those songs. I like it all the way back to the Wicked Lester album. I hear it on Love Her All I Can, and I'm like, man, that's a great song. It's just a good song. It was better when it eventually made it onto Dress to Kill. But I love Love Her All I Can. It's another one of those songs that I love by Paul. And so I think that's a great pick, panel. Y'all did good on that one.
It's got a good beat dance to it.
Yeah. I remember the time I was lonely without her. I love that.
You can picture like the Paul shoulders.
Yeah. Love her all I can, trying to understand. I think it's funny when you listen to it on the Wicked Lester album. It's like whenever they cut off that her real quick, they're like, I remember the time I was lonely without her. They cut it off.
Yeah.
On Wicked Lester, like, without her, they just kind of carry it out. And then when Paul comes in with the Love Her All I Can, you could just see him. He has that Love Her All I Can, try to understand. He's just like has that strong, punky, spunky voice coming in. So yeah, it's just great.
Flipping his hair.
Yeah, flipping his Santa ball around. Listen, people. People. All right, so that brings us up to number three.
My number three, one of my favorite songs. I don't know. You guys know more about this than I do. What they played and where they played it. Take Me. I love that song. I mean, the opening lyric. I mean,
yeah. Put your hand in my pocket. Yeah.
I love that song. It's got a good like the Paul Swagger stuff, and I think he could probably still do it. It's got a good beat. Yeah, I'd love to hear "Take Me" live.
Yeah, I love the whole sitting in the back, her head down in my lap, the moonlight shining down overhead. Just so visual. Just even when he's being dirty, he's still visual.
Right.
So I love it. I love it.
That'd be my pick, man. Take Me.
They did do Take Me. They did. Originally was going to be on Alive 2. They included it. They did Hooligan. And they did Take Me, and I think they could still do it. My number three, I don't think they've ever done this live. I'll have to, like I said, do my research and I'll scroll stuff across if I'm contradicting, if I find something to contradict what I'm saying, I'll scroll it. My number three, I would love to hear this live. I think I would love to hear it live. Because one person that's on this song is not on the current tour. And in my opinion, the person that's on the current tour, as far as the sound goes, hint, hint, sound goes, cannot stand in this person's shadow. But my number three song that I would love to hear on a tour before Kiss is done would be Saint and Sinner off of Creatures. Saint and Sinner, I think, is an amazing Gene song, and I've always loved it. It's one of my favorite songs off of Creatures, and I just like that whole swagger. It's like that. I love it. I
Yep.
love Saint and Sinner. It's got a cool beat to it. So Saint and Sinner for me, number 3.
But
Panel. What you gonna say?
I said, is it the lack of Eric Carr though?
Yeah, the lack of Eric Carr, I think, is the only thing that would. When it comes to stuff like that, it's like you want live, you don't want Memorex. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so
Mhm.
I think something like that. Once I made that pick, I kind of second guessed it. I'm like, no, I'm going to leave it because, man, Eric Carr is what makes that the drums sound the way they do on that album. And I know Michael
Amazing.
James Jackson produced it, and produced the drums tracks and stuff, but still, it's just there's a difference between somebody who wrote a part and somebody who is playing the part that somebody else wrote. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, but I still would like to hear it live. I don't think it's ever been done live. I'm not sure. Um, Panel had a good pick for number 3. 9 people picked this song, and that doesn't sound like I know that doesn't sound like a lot. I said, but there was tens and twenties of people that there's tens and twenties and 30 songs that just had 1 or 2 votes.
Right.
This one had 9 votes out of all the people, and this has been done on the Kiss cruise. It is a rocker. It's been done on the Kiss cruise, and it's been done probably. I don't know if it's been done during sound checks, but it's mostly been done during the Kiss cruise. Coming off of the Elder,
Ooh.
the Oath, the Oath, and I don't know if Paul could do the Oath now.
Yeah.
I don't think Paul could do it. And we saw it before. It was performed on TV back in the day, back during the Elder Day. And like I said, there's clips of it on YouTube of them performing it during sound check and during Kiss cruises and stuff like that. So, but I would love to have seen it done. And the panel, I think the panel chose really good on that one. The Oath is a rocking song, man. It's such a
Oh yeah,
good song.
for sure.
Such a good song. Whether you like the falsetto or not, it's a great song. Eric Carr again on that one just blisters it.
And they've done that on
So
the cruise.
I've seen that done on the cruise, like during the non makeup sessions.
Yeah.
Like typically on the cruise they have a sell away show and then they have a makeup show, and then in the big theater they will have a like a non makeup show.
Right.
And typically on the non makeup show they're a little more off of the set list type
Hmm.
songs. So, and
They
I've seen the Oath done during that. It's on YouTube. You can find it if you look.
they
for
played
it,
in
you
the
can
right
find
key.
it. Probably lower. And I don't think they make it all the way through it. I don't think I've ever
Oh,
seen
okay.
where they make it all the way through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pick by the panel. So that brings us to number 2.
Number 2. Okay, bring this one back, please. One of my favorites. Paul and Gene going back and forth, or not going back and forth. Well, whatever you want to say.
God gave rock
Uh,
and roll to you.
Almost no. She. I would love to hear She again.
Oh yeah.
That I love
Yes.
that song. I love the Anthrax cover version of that song. I sing that song in the car. I do both keys, like "She Walked by Moon." No one really knows. I'm just in the, I'm doing both parts in the car. I'm not just doing one part. I'm doing both parts in the car. I love She, and they could totally do it now. Bring that back. Bring that
Oh
back.
yeah.
I don't need like I Was Made for Loving You. I don't need that song live because it just doesn't. I don't need Heaven's on Fire.
Right.
Give me She. I love She.
That's a good one. Mine is not one that they would bring back. They've never really done this in a live capacity. They've done it maybe once again on conventions on the cruise. I think this would have been a good one for them to do on Unplugged, but they didn't. but this is probably one of my top 5 favorite Paul Stanley songs. And they every time that they do it, that every time that they play a show and they don't play this song, they don't throw in this one deep cut for the fans who have been with them since the very beginning, or even mid 70s. They're screwing us. And that song is Mr. Speed. I mean,
There you
come
go.
on. Come on. I have not met a Kiss fan yet that does not adore Mr. Speed. And they want that song so bad in a show.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime they play it, the freaking crowd goes wild. I'm sitting here going, are y'all not listening to the sound that's coming back to you when y'all break into that? When you break into that, Paul ain't even got to sing yet. And that people go freaking crazy. You watch the videos, they go nuts over Mr. Speed.
Maybe they just play the whole rock and roll over album in its entirety. Just do that.
They would not. I tell you right now, there'd be people that would not be disappointed if they played. I know I wouldn't be, because I'd get Making Love, and because I love Making Love, and Mr. Speed, Making Love, Take Me. I mean, yeah, get all those good songs.
Yeah,
I Want You.
Great album.
Get all those good songs.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Driver. I mean, come on.
Just let someone else sing it.
Let someone else sing it. Right. Don't let Eric Singer sing it. Let somebody else sing it. Get Gene to sing it.
You could probably do it.
Yeah, go Baby Driver. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. So the panel. I tell you, panel. Y'all, if you a panel member that voted on this with this number 2 with 11 points, if you voted this song, you are making me proud. There's a little tear in my eye. And this song, God, this song could and should be done on the End of the Road tour. Take out freaking God of Thunder. I know it's just so beat. Take out God of Thunder and replace it with this song that you picked at number 2, Gene Simmons, Unholy.
Ooh.
Unholy. God, could you see it? Gene up there, blood. I was into the age.
Yeah.
Snakes in the cage. I've seen you eat your own. I mean, God. Could you see? I mean, I could see it up there. It's like
you could do the whole blood flying shtick.
Yeah.
And then break into that. Break into that
song.
Yeah, totally. I see it.
I mean, to me, he didn't always spit blood to God of Thunder. Back in the day, he did it to 100,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
He did it during that whole which is an awesome bass riff. Freaking unholy. God, that makes me proud right there. That makes me proud. All right, so brings us to the number 1 KISSmas gift that they're not giving us.
Yep. All right. Well, a song that I never really paid much attention to on the album, and then I heard Gene do it on his solo tour or whatever he did a few years ago. I'm like, wow, that song is badass. That song would be "Got Love for Sale." That song is so well. First of all, they would always bitch about how they could never capture their sound in the studio and blah blah blah. They always give that shtick about the whole live album thing. Quit bringing pianos to the front. Quit bringing acoustic guitars to the front. Quit bringing the Pointer Sister gospel singers to the front. Give me the heavy ass guitars in front, and the driving bass line, "Got Love for Sale" is fucking great, but it's like you screwed it up on the album, and you never played it live, as far as I know, until I heard it on Gene's solo thing. I said, "Wow, that song is awesome. That song should be in the set list and played," but unfortunately, I have to just watch the Gene shit on YouTube. But somebody, please don't think about the Got Love for Sale album
Right.
track. Think about what could be done live and how badass it would sound. So that'd be my number one. Your number
Exactly.
3, it was
Yeah, it was my number 4.
4.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's why I said it was a good pick.
My number 1 is my it's my second favorite Paul Stanley song. My first favorite being off his solo album, Take Me Away Together, is one. I think it's an epic masterpiece. It's perfection. Yep. This is a song that they played a lot over the years, and it's a song that when I realized that they quit playing it, I was like, that's kind of shitting the fans out of something. But it's my second favorite Paul Stanley song, and that is Firehouse. I know a lot of people are tired of Firehouse or whatever, but not me. If I was going to a Kiss show and they played Firehouse, I'd be like, that's great. And it's a song that he can still sing because he could probably still sing it because it's not one of those swinging from the rafters type songs. It's just got a little gusto to it that he could probably still muster up or track up, whichever one he decided to do. But yeah, so Firehouse for me. And the panel number 1 with 14 points was one of your picks, AJ.
Ooh.
The panel number 1, the number 1 song that the panel most voted that they want to hear in the current End of the Road was I Stole Your Love.
Nice.
Number 1 pick by the panel. 14 points on that. All right, so good job, panel. That's a pretty good list. That's a pretty good list. We can only hope. I would think that I know that Kiss sooner or later is going to have a final show. The only thing that I can hope, I probably won't be at it. I know some people, they're not going to miss it for the world. I probably won't be at it, unfortunately. I probably already have seen my last Kiss show. I was toying around with the idea of maybe going and seeing them in Vegas in February, but then they canceled those shows. So I have probably seen Kiss for the last time, and I have mixed feelings about it, but the last time I saw Kiss, I saw Kiss. I saw my Kiss. I saw 70s Kiss on the farewell tour. And wasn't the best show. Wasn't as good as the reunion. You could tell that Ace and Peter were already getting tired of Gene and Paul's shit again. And so Gene and Paul like to blame it on Ace and Peter being fuck ups, but I mean, come on. There's two sides to every coin. There's two sides of the coin, according to Ace Frehley.
Yeah.
But I probably have seen my last Kiss show live. But the only thing that I can hope for is with that last show that they give us something. Give us something special. Bring some people back, regardless of what it takes. Bring back Bruce. Bring back Ace. Bring back Peter. If it's just for one song. Hell, bring back Vinny. There's people that still love Vinny. I don't personally have anything against Vinny. Vinny Vincent has never done anything to personally wrong me. So I don't have anything against Vinny. I think Vinny was an integral part of Kiss. He saved Kiss in one album and helped Kiss make a great other album. Two of my favorite Kiss albums, Lick It Up and Revenge. I mean, great. And Creatures. Three of my favorite Kiss albums. And Vinny Vincent was a part of all three of them. So say what you want about the guy, whether he's not ever done anything to me personally. So I'd love to see Vinny back. Is that going to happen? Most likely not.
No.
But they need to give us something different. Don't get up there and just give us the same old tired show and just hide behind nostalgia. And, I don't know. I ain't even gone to many of these shows. There's so many of my viewers that have gone to many of these shows and they've enjoyed them, and that's great. That's great that they have. But I'm not even gone to a lot of these shows. I've just watched them on YouTube, and it's like it's rinse, wash, repeat from show to show to show. You could pick somebody up out of one show and set them down in another one, and they would, other than the venue looking different, they wouldn't know any difference. It's the same moves. It's the same choreography. It's them being in the same spots. It's all very well timed and very well lubricated and very well organized. And to me, that's just, they're better than that. At least they used to be. And so I'll get off my soapbox. But I just hope that the last show is something different. Give us something different. Hell, it's your last show. Play songs that 50% of the people in the stadium or wherever you do it play songs that 50% of them don't know. Hell, give them an opportunity to go buy a beer or go to the bathroom. Because
Yep.
the other 30-40%, they're going to love it. They're going to they would love to hear Mr. Speed or Saint Sinner or Got Love for Sale or Unholy or The Oath or whatever. They'd love to hear. And these lists like this are proof that there's people that want to hear stuff that Kiss isn't playing right now.
Well, like I said before, they know what we want.
They know what we want. They just
Right.
refuse to give it to us.
Yeah.
And when they do give it to us, it's at a cost.
Yeah. Right.
Like a $250 box set.
They know what's best for us.
All right. Segment 3. Our favorite Christmas TV shows and movies. 5 picks. I'll let you go first. All of mine, after I did all mine, I ended up thinking, I was like, wow, I've got all movies. Even though I like Christmas TV shows.
Me too. Yeah.
I've got all movies because I watch a lot of Christmas movies this time of year. So, what is your number 5?
Well, despite what I may present now, I'm not really a big Christmas guy anymore. I was when I was a kid, and I don't have any kids. I don't have any grandkids. So, and they start so damn early now with the Christmas stuff. They can't wait to yank down the Halloween stuff, past the Thanksgiving stuff, and just start showing movies in October. And
they started Black Friday sales in October this year. I think that's ridiculous.
It's it just ruins it. I mean, Halloween's my thing, and then Thanksgiving, and then I guess Christmas. But so I'm more of an anti-Christmas, I guess.
Oh, come on, Grinch! Come on, Krampus!
I have some Christmas movies, but I have some anti-Christmas movies too. So my first pick would be this little gem called Black Christmas. I don't know if you're ever familiar with it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
A guy goes into a sorority house and terrorizes the girls on the phone and systematically kills all of them. So
great movie. Great movie.
But yeah, I mean I have to watch this at Christmas time. I don't care. I don't really want to watch I don't really want to watch any Christmas stuff until like the week of, not November 1st, like they push on you. So I'll start watching this demented shit first. So my number 5 pick, the 1974 classic Black Christmas from Bob Clark, who also did the 1983 classic Christmas Story. So
exactly.
He kind of redeemed it. Well, I don't want to say redeemed himself, but he played both ends of the field there. So one for the Dementoids, Christmas Story for the nice people. So that's my number 5.
All right. I like this one movie ever since it came out when I was younger. I wasn't a kid when it came out, but ever since I was younger, I've always liked this movie. And I've always thought it was a real interesting spin on just the title of the movie. And so it's my number 5. It's one that I always look forward to watching every year. I kind of watch it early. But my number 5 is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. And I'm not really a big fan of 2 and 3. I like the original. I just like the whole idea behind it. And it was a very clever movie for its time, and the whole thing, the Santa Claus. And I'm a Tim Allen fan. I like Tim Allen. I liked him all the way back on Tool Time. And so I like Santa Claus. That's my number 5.
Very nice. Thanks. All right. Well, we go number 4.
Number 4.
I'm going to ruin everyone's Christmas with a little bit more.
Okay. Well, dude, you're a horror guy, so I knew what I was getting into. My Bloody Valentine. It's not a Christmas movie, but I watched it at Christmas.
That's a good idea. A movie from my childhood, so to speak. I remember when it came out, all the controversy, I didn't get a chance to see it when I was a kid because it was pulled from the theaters so fast. But the 1984 Christmas horror classic, it'd be Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes, another great movie. I love
See,
it.
see,
Great movie.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Kid
Oh yeah.
kid sees his family killed by Santa Claus. Grows up to be a killer Santa Claus himself.
Yep.
So
Yep. Great movie.
I talked about this on another podcast, and just yeah, there's all the controversy and all the stuff, and it was. I think it lasted a week or two in the theaters, and everyone bitched and moaned about it until they pulled it. So
Yeah.
that's my number 4 pick. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That's a good one. Like I said, I ain't slighting you all on the horror picks for the Christmas horror movies. I ain't slighting you all on it. I expect Krampus to come up at some point in time. All right. So my number 4 is this is a movie that I love. Usually only get to watch this movie once. Some of the movies that we watch earlier we'll usually go through a couple times. But because a lot of times we watch, like the other night we were wrapping presents. We had wrap-a-thon, and me and my wife, we do this little game. We always, whenever we're gonna start wrapping, we always pull a bottle of some kind of liquor or a bottle of wine or something in there with a shot glass or a glass or whatever.
Nice.
And every time if you lose the scissors, lose the tape, or lose the tags, or lose the bows, you have to take a shot.
Oh,
and
nice.
I swear one night we took like 4 shots each. The wrapping was getting kind of sloppy towards the end. But this movie we usually only watch one time a year, and we watch it on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I can't remember which one. After everybody's left, when it's just me and my wife. And I'd never seen this movie until I met her. And it's one of my favorite movies now to watch at Christmas. It's my number 4. And it's a Wonderful Life. It's a long movie, but it's a great movie, and I love the message behind it. And so George Bailey, and so I love that movie. So It's a Wonderful Life is my number 4.
That's one I've only seen a couple times. I know it's always on at Christmas time, but yeah, I need to revisit it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good life lessons movie and everything. So
yeah, Christmas classic.
All right. So number 3.
Number 3 is a movie that much debate if it's a Christmas movie or not. To me, it's a Christmas.
I know
movie.
which one it is. I already know which one it is. I know which one it is.
Let
me see if I'm right.
One of my favorites. One that's if it's on, it stays on. I don't care if it's the cut version or the unrated, uncut version. But that would be the 1987, 88 classic. I forget. Bruce Willis.
Come out to the coast. We'll have a few laughs.
This to me is a Christmas
movie. It's a Christmas movie.
It
happened at Christmas.
On a Christmas party. Yep.
Christmas party. It's a Christmas movie. He saved Christmas. He saved people.
Yeah, see, he's like Santa.
I love Die Hard. I love that movie. I freaking love Die Hard.
So it hasn't been on yet this year for us, but the other 2 have. So maybe I'll just go in order. But yeah, Die Hard, Christmas movie number 3 for me. AJ's pick.
As soon as you said debate whether it's a Christmas movie or not, I knew what it was.
Is that what you were thinking?
Yep. When you said that, I was like, it's Die Hard. It's Die Hard. Yep.
It was either that or Lethal Weapon. I was kind of torn. That one though. That's my pick.
My number 3 is a movie that came out. I remember when this movie came out in the late 80s. And the guy that plays the main character in this movie, I've always loved his movies anyway. He's been around for a long time, and he's made a lot of great big blockbuster movies. And so, but I love this story. This story's been adapted several times, but I love the original story. I was in a play of the original story when I was in high school. And but I love this movie. It is the Bill Murray classic, Scrooged. That's my top 3 favorite. So Scrooged, Bill Murray Scrooged is my number 3.
All right. Well, I did pick out a couple of Christmas movies, so just so I don't get hate mail or you get hate mail.
They've all been Christmas movies so far.
Well, like the family one. I don't have little kids running around, so I can watch whatever the hell I want to watch.
Right.
But this one, under my radar, and I didn't see it when it first came out, and I didn't even really know about it. I guess it didn't do that great at the theater, but I like him. I like the guy in it. My number 2 would be Mr. Will Ferrell's
Yes.
Elf.
Yeah.
I mean,
great movie.
We watch it. We're me and my wife constantly quote it now. It should be up there with any like the top 5, I guess, of anyone's picks, in my opinion. But I love it. It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun. I'm a big Will Ferrell fan. I know a lot of people don't like him. I know several people can't stand him. So
yeah, I know Will Ferrell's one of those people that people love him or hate him. There usually is no middle ground.
Yeah, but that movie's great. Just everything about it. So that's one of my faves for sure. So I do have a heart. It's not all black. So number 2, Elf.
So that's good. My number 2 is the one that has. I remember when this movie came out as well. I'm just old, and I remember when this movie came out. And it is a classic. It is so popular that it sometimes, I don't know if it does still now, but it will get played for a 24-hour marathon. And I love it. It's one of those movies that I love. I absolutely adore it. And the main character in it reminds me a lot of me when I was a kid. He looks a lot like me when I was a kid. And you know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about Ralphie. So my number 2 is The Christmas Story. I love it. I freaking love it from beginning to end. Christmas Story. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's up there for sure. But man, once for me, because when they do that 24-hour thing, it's a little bit too much for me.
No, yeah, I don't watch it the 24-hour thing unless I've just got it on in the background. Like if it's Christmas Day and we're cooking Christmas dinner or Christmas brunch, and let's just turn it on in the background, and it'll just be background.
Do you get a little misty-eyed at the end, like I do when he gets the BB gun?
Yeah, I do. When he finally gets
too.
What's that over in the corner there?
Oh man, don't! I'll start. I mean, no matter how many times I've seen it, that scene still gets me.
Yeah.
All
right, so number 1.
Number 1 for me. This one I will watch. I'll even watch it in the summer. I don't care. We put it on in the summertime. Christmas in July. Big fan of the series of movies. But my number 1, 100%, would be National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
I've been watching this for how many years now?
Came out in the late 80s.
89, I think. So probably since 89. Yep. I love this movie. And there's another one we're always quoting. Where are you going to put a tree like that? Bend over and I'll show you.
Bend over and I'll show you.
The shitter's full. I mean, you can't go wrong with shitter's
Kiss my ass, kiss your ass, kiss his ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. So yeah, that
surprised, Eddie. If I woke up in the morning with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
I mean, we could watch it anytime. It don't have to be at Christmas. We can watch it even, like I said, we've watched it in the summertime, trying to, hope for cooler days. Yeah. So my number 1 all-time Christmas Vacation.
I don't know if I need to go sledding with a piece of government plastic between my brain. You really think it matters, Eddie? Well, you see, if I get a dent here, if I get a dent here, my part will just not look right,
Where's Eddie? Doesn't he eat these goddamn things? He found out they're high in cholesterol.
I was just browsing. Smiling. Can I take something out for you?
We can sit here and probably just do the whole damn movie.
Oh yeah. Well, man, it's funny that you mention it because that's my number 1 too. We were just in Walmart, and we love the whole series too. We were in Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and my wife found a box set that has all of them on it. It has the original European. It has Christmas Vacation. Vegas Vacation. My wife adores Vegas Vacation. She loves Vegas Vacation. And it's even got the new Vacation that's got, what's his name?
Ed Helms.
Ed Helms in it.
That's funny as shit,
That
too.
shit's funny. It is funny.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, I know it's
so
not Chevy
wrong.
Chase, but it is funny.
Oh,
Christmas Vacation has been my favorite Christmas movie for so long. All right, so closing, I got down here holiday memories and wishes. Holiday memories. I think we've just kind of already talked about mine. Just
yeah.
getting presents when I was a kid and just being so thankful um, for my mom and my grandma giving me things that I wanted and all the real awesome, not just Kiss Christmas gifts, but I got other gifts too that was, racetracks, some of the toys we had when we were kids, so freaking cool. I just remember at Christmas just being so thankful, getting stuff that I wanted. My mom and my grandma always tried to make sure that I got things that I wanted. And I remember getting those, like we bought our grandkids, those little four wheelers that runs off the 9-volt batteries that you ride around in the yard. I remember having cars, and I remember getting big wheels and green machines. And I don't know if you remember those. And remember the big tracks, that tank that you could program and it'd go through the house with the little. It
Oh,
was called a big track or something like that.
oh shit.
I mean, my mom just spoiled me when I was a kid, and
Yep.
to be a single mom, she really took something to do that. So I always get kind of choked up at Christmas thinking back about things I had when I was a kid. So yeah, so my Christmas memories basically is just involves getting almost everything I ever wanted,
Hmm.
and thanking my mom for it years later. It's like, I'm sorry, mom, I was such a little shit, but. And she's like, "Well, you was a little shit, but I love you."
Yeah.
So
Well, we all were. My mom
yeah.
went. My mom would always, my birthday's in September, so my birthdays were always kind of low key
Hmm.
because she wanted me to have a good Christmas. So
Hmm.
she would probably buy more than she probably should have.
Right.
You know, she didn't. Both my parents didn't have like a major like job, like money. There's
Hmm.
blue collar. Just my mom worked in a factory. My dad worked factories. Stuff shit like that. So she would probably buy more than she should have. If it was up to my dad, he would be like, you got clothes and food, so Merry Christmas. But my mom, yeah, she would between
It's a
not just a
5-pound piece of veal.
a carton of cigarettes. Hey, smoke up, Johnny. No, no.
But I wanted a choo-choo, Papa.
but,
Well, why
but
don't you get a job and go buy a choo-choo?
yeah. But she did good. I mean, and not just Kiss stuff because Kiss was real when I was real young. But when I got
Yeah.
like mid '80s, there's a lot of like GI Joe stuff and
Oh yeah.
He Man stuff, and
Yep.
every once in a while you get like an odd pair of pants or some shit. And like, okay,
Right.
great. But
Right.
I mean, I had like there was one year I think I had just about every GI Joe thing that would fit in my room,
Right.
and every guy, every action figure. So
G.I.
yeah.
Joe with Kung Fu grip.
That's right. So I had a lot of good Christmases. I mean, I really can't pick out one. That's usually when I would get Kiss records too, because like I said, my birthdays were low key. So if a Kiss record came out in the summer or fall, I wouldn't see it till Christmas. So
Right.
good times though.
Well, I just want to say to everybody who's still watching, if you're still watching at this point, that we thank you for watching, and we hope that you and your family have the most awesome Christmas from me and AJ to you guys. And like I said, we hate that Matthew couldn't be here, but Christmas gets busy. It's a busy time of year, and family comes first. And so Matthew will be back in January. We will be back for episode 4, and we have a special. We're probably going to run a season for about 6 episodes, and then we got something we're working on special for episode 6, and then we may take a month break, or we may just go straight into season 2. I don't know. We haven't fully decided yet. We're kind of playing this month by month for right now. We kind of don't want to take a break because you get into the early part of the year, Kiss has done some really cool stuff that in the past that we want to have a video to talk about. And but it's not just about Kiss; it's about other holidays and stuff like that, and other times of the year and things, and just different topics that come up that we think to think about. But on behalf of myself and my family, that we do wish all of the viewers who watch, who subscribe, and who support the channel on Patreon and support the channel by watching videos, liking videos, sharing videos, subscribing. All that stuff helps. And you know, I hope that you guys have a amazing Christmas and that you have a great New Year. And we will be back in the new year in January with another episode for you guys. And AJ, you got anything you want to say before we head out?
No, just thanks. This is always fun to chew the fat with you and talk about stuff. So,
just want to love it.
Wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, what have you, and to you too, Brant.
Merry I appreciate it.
And Matt's out there somewhere, and Merry Christmas to him and his new bride.
Yes, Miss Casey, sweet lady. I got the chance to meet her and Matthew. I met her when I met Matthew, and she's an awesome lady.
Hopefully we can see some pics.
Yeah, we'll do that next month. We'll wait for next month to show that, to talk. We'll want to hear, you know, Matthew's side of it. Maybe we can get Miss Smith, Miss Casey Smith, in the video too to say hello. So from everybody here in our heads, and from me, Grant, within my head, we appreciate each and every one of you watching, and we hope that you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas.